cold. Headed to his home though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's in his space, yeah. Then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Go.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, this is the NFL on EA Sports. San Francisco 49ers taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, they'll burn you.
Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a play fake. Carr. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way, to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On play action, it's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down and 2. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
1st down Raiders, Carr to Waller. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader, and that's Brock Purdy.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st down, it's Purdy. A return. It right back to Samuel. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Purdy sets up to throw again. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, 30 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Carr now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that's caught inside the 35. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw his Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
As a quarterback, you got to be cautious. You got to understand where the pressure is going to come from. This time, it's a cornerback coming after him. And this time, the cornerback just a bit late getting to him. The penalty assessed.
They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. And, boy, that was a heavy set. Think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag.
Touchdown! George Kittle with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead in the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now goal for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Carr maybe with a free play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Throwing now is Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Carr again. Slant to Adams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. Into the red zone. It's Carr. It's caught. Left side, Bolden. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd down and 8. Now Carr. A dump off here to Bolden. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. He finds Bolden. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st down, Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with a... Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 69 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense had accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. On play action, now Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to... Imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Here's Carr to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Now Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Purdy. This will be caught at Samuel. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jennings. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They go play action here. Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. But not before he's inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Purdy looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Carr going to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. He will find Cole here, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Touchdown, Raiders! Darren Waller with a touchdown grab from Derek Carr. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll begin by running the option. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. McCaffrey running up the middle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raiders heading out to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start with the option. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. This is McCaffrey on the give. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.